I haven't left my house for 127 days. Not because of agoraphobia, but because it won't let me out. If you are watching this, it means I managed to pass on the recording. My name is Alex, and if you live in one of those new houses in the Sunset Hills area, run, right now. Don't take your things, just run. Because your house is not your house. It has a life of its own, and it has rules. Rules I learned too late. It all started with small things. A knocking in the water pipes, not at 3, but exactly at 3:03 a.m. Shadows in the hallway that would dissipate the moment I turned my head. I dismissed it as my imagination, until I found the first rule. It was written on a scrap of paper stuffed into a crack under the kitchen baseboard. Rule 1. Never leave a knife on the floor, blade up. I laughed it off then, thought it was a joke from the construction workers. But that same evening, while unpacking groceries, I dropped a bag. A kitchen knife fell out and landed on the floor, blade up. I reached down to pick it up, and at that moment, a heavy cast iron skillet crashed down from the top shelf of the cupboard. It landed a centimeter from my hand, right where I would have placed it if I hadn't bent down for the knife. That's when the hunt began. I started looking for other rules, and I found them. In the ventilation, under the wallpaper, inside the power outlets. Rule 7. If you hear a child's laughter in the basement, hold your breath until it stops. Rule 15. Do not look out the window from 2:34 to 2:36 a.m. I collected 23 rules. I lived by them like a robot. They became my gospel. They saved my life. Once, I broke Rule 12. Do not touch your reflection in the mirror after midnight. I just wanted to wipe off a smudge. My reflection, it grabbed my wrist. Its hand was icy and wet. I broke free. I've kept all the mirrors covered ever since. But 3 days ago, I found the last note. It didn't have a rule. It was a warning. The text was written in red, in an uneven scroll, as if in panic. It changes the rules. It is learning. Do not trust the walls. They are listening. And it's right. The rules started to change. Yesterday, the light in the hallway flickered exactly 8 times, not 7 like before. The water from the tap became scalding hot instead of ice cold. The house is studying me. It's adapting. And this morning, I found a new note. It was lying on my pillow. A single word was written on it in perfect typeset handwriting. Shall we play? And now I'm sitting here. The door is locked, but I can hear something heavy and slow climbing the stairs. It's in no hurry. It knows I have nowhere to run. It has memorized all my rules. Remember, your house should not breathe. Your shadows should not move when you're not looking at them. And if you found even one rule, run. It's here now. I have to turn off the light. It's standing outside the door. I can feel it. A heavy, breathless presence that chills the air. The footsteps have stopped, but now there's a quiet, vile, scraping sound, as if someone is dragging a long fingernail slowly and methodically across the wood. I didn't turn off the light. I didn't dare. Rule 9. Always leave the light on in the room you are in. But what if the rules don't work anymore? What if it has revoked them? The scraping stopped. A thick, ringing silence fell. And then I heard a new sound, a whisper. It didn't come from behind the door, but from the wall right above my bed. Quiet, hoarse, devoid of any emotion. The rule is obsolete, Alex. I pressed myself against the wall, my heart hammering in my throat. I held my breath. You learned well, the whisper continued. But the game is changing. We need new rules. My phone was burning a hole in my pocket. This recording is my only thread to the outside world. I have to pass it on. But how? The windows won't open. I've checked. Many times. The whisper seeped through the plaster again. Do you want to leave? I didn't answer. Tears were streaming down my face, but I made no sound. There is a door. I knew it was a trap, but hope is a poisonous drug. It forced me to whisper. Which door? In the basement, the one behind the boiler. You never noticed it. It was always there. I remembered that door, a small, almost hidden one, leading to a tiny utility room. The inspector and I thought it was welded shut. I never checked. It's open, Alex, for 1 hour only, from 3:03 to 4:03. You are almost free. I looked at the clock. 3:07. I had less than an hour. But there is a new rule. Its voice became sweeter, almost affectionate. Just one. You must go alone. Leave everything. The phone, the camera, the recordings. They hold you back to the past. You are moving into the future. It was a choice between certain death here and a ghost of a chance for freedom. A chance that was an obvious trap. I got up from the bed. My legs were giving way. I looked at the phone, at this recording, and I made a decision. I am putting the phone on the table. I am leaving it behind. If you find this recording, it means I managed to transmit it by some miracle. Or it means it decided to release it as a warning or as an invitation. I am going to the basement. I am walking to that door. I don't know what awaits me on the other side. Another part of the house, the street, or something else entirely. But I am going, because it's the only thing left. Remember, if your house starts talking to you, don't listen, run. Even if you think there's nowhere to run. I think I can hear that door creaking.